Hi guys, today we'll learn linked list. So what is linked list? Similarly, like arrays, linked list is also a linear data structure. Okay, linked list is also a linear data structure. But unlike arrays, uh, linked list elements are not stored in contiguous location. Not stored in contiguous location. Okay. What what do you mean by contiguous location? Contiguous location means in the memory. In the where the data, when the program is running, when the values are stored, they are not stored in contiguous location. Instead, they are stored in a different locations. And each record in a linked list is called element or node. Okay, each record means each value of a linked list, uh, not value, a record. Why record? I'm saying because in an address you store two things. I'll let you know in a bit later. The value is stored and the next address is stored. The address of the next element. Both these things are stored. So it is called a record. Each record of a linked list is called an element or node. And each record stores two things. Contains the address of the next node, and uh, and the remaining field data, and the other field stores the data or the information. Remaining field means there can be multiple fields. Means for one node we can have the name of a candidate, age of a candidate, class of a candidate, marks of a candidate, everything is marks on various subjects. So all these data we can have in one node only, in the same node only. But what is mandatory? The address of the next node. This must this has to be there in order for a node to be to be a part of a linked list. It must store the address of the next node. Now we will define some terminologies like head and tail. Head is the node is the first node of the list. Head is a pointer which points to the head of pointer means you can say it's a variable. Okay, head is a variable which will store the address of the first node of the list. Okay, and tail is referred to the variable which stores the address of the last node of the list. Cool. Now, what is the major benefit of linked list over arrays? Because it is not storing things in contiguous locations. So, when while accessing the linked list, time will be slightly more as compared to array, because in array the data is stored in contiguous location. So, what is the benefit of linked list? The major benefit of linked list is that we can insert or delete, insert or delete an element or node at any position of a linked list in constant time. Okay, this is the major benefit. We can insert or delete. Suppose there are 100 students, okay, and we want to add one more student in at the middle of the position, in the middle or any position of the array, of the list of data at any position. Now, if we are using an array, if we will try to insert an element in any position, we have to shift each element forward first. The elements which are up more than that, which has to be placed after that new element, we have to shift all the elements one step forward, and then we need to store that value. But in linked list, we can do it in constant time. That is the major benefit of linked list. Similarly, for deletion also, we don't need to in array, if we delete one element from any position, then we need to shift the later elements previous one step. Okay, and also change the size of the array. This will change the size of array. but in linked list we don't need to shift anything. We can directly remove one element from any position in constant time. So hence we have lots of benefit uh, of linked list compared to an array. Hope you understand it. Okay, now let's see next what are the different types of linked list. Majorly there are three types of linked list, but I have added one more. It is a special case actually. I will let you know. So what are the types? They are single linked list, then doubly linked list, then circular linked list. And multiply linked list, what you can say, doubly linked list is a subset of multiply linked list. Okay, I will give you the explanation, then you will understand. So single linked list is what? Single linked list is when data fields are single linked list or linear linked list or linear linked list. Linear linked list or single linked list or linear linked. It is values are stored in a linear fashion. Means each node will point to a next node and the value are stored to the next node. Similarly, the next will point to the later next node, and that fashion the whole list of data will store in a linear fashion. So, and in linked list, in the last element, in single linked list, the last element points to null. Okay, and the first element is pointed by head. The address of the last node, the address of the last node points to null. You can see in this diagram types of linked list. See, head node is pointing to the first node of the list. Then this first location we are storing the data. Then this position we are storing the address of the next node. So it points to the next node. Then again we are storing value 10. Then again over here this stores the address to the next node. Similarly, we go up to the last node, and last node doesn't store anything. Okay, the address value it doesn't store the address of any next node. It just simply points to null or none. In Python we call none, and in other Java and other languages we call null. So it points to null. Means the variable value of this address will be null or none. Okay. So this is how a single linked list look like. Now doubly linked list. Okay, what is doubly linked list? Doubly linked list has two links for each node. One link point to the next node and other link points to the previous node. Okay, forward and backward, next and prev, we can say. One points to the next node, another points to the previous node. While in single linked list only next field was there to store the address. So here two fields are there, next and previous. These stores the address. Okay, in the diagram you can see in the head node the previous node is null or none. Similarly, as the last node of single linked list, and the next node of head is pointing to the next node. Then this 10th node, the node with value 10, its previous value is targeted to the previous node, and next points to the next node. Similarly for 15, and in the last node only the previous address value is points to the previous node, and the next address value points to null. Okay, that's it. This is doubly linked list. It's very simple to understand. Okay, now in doubly linked list we can traverse both ways, while in single linked list we can traverse in only one direction. From head we can traverse in only one direction, but in doubly linked list we can traverse in both directions. That is the benefit of doubly linked list. Now circular linked list. What is circular linked list? Circular linked list, it is simply it's also a linear linked list. It's similar to a linear linked list, but the only thing is the last node doesn't point to the null, while it points to the first node. The last node of the list last node of the list uh, often contains a null reference, but in this the last node point to the first node of the list. This is the thing. The last node points to the first node of the list, and thus it makes it circular. You can see in the diagram also. Head node points to 5, 10, then 15, then 20. Then the address of 20 is equal to the address of the address. The next value of 20 is equal to the address of the first node. That is the store node having 5. So similarly, if we iterate, we can continue to iterate in this. Will never terminate actually. If we start traversing this linked list, will never terminate. So this has other type of benefit. Other benefits are there in using circular linked list. Yeah, cool. Now next, multiple linked list. Multiple linked list, what we can say, where each node contains 2 or more linked fields. So you saw in doubly linked list there were 2 linked fields were there, next and prev. So we can say doubly linked is a special case of multiply linked list. Yeah, correct. So doubly linked is a special case of multiply linked list, and there can be cases when there are more than 2 or more than one link fields are required for some scenario. Then we can define multiple linked lists in that case. That's very useful. Yeah, you can see the diagram once again. For single linked list, this is the diagram. For double linked list, the head node, the previous of head node, and the next of last node are null. While in circular linked list, the address, the next of none of the nodes is null. Okay, it has only only one address field, and you continue to it. If it start traversing, it will never terminate. Okay. Yeah, these are the major 3 types of linked list. Another type is multiple linked list. I also gave you the example. It's similar to double linked list. Yeah, that's it. Now let's see some code examples. Yeah, so I will write the code in Python. First, define a node class. Now this is a node. How we define node? We will initialize the node object as data will be passed, and next node becomes null. Okay, none. We make the next node none. Now we define a pointer. This is how we define. Okay, we define 2 variables, data and next. Data and next. Data will store the data. We can have multiple variables of it. Data 1, data 2, data 3, and multiple inputs will be there. So that way we can do, but that's not required. We are giving a simple example, so we will use only one data value, and this is very important. Next value. This will store the address of the next node. So now ptr is equal to node 1. Now 1 is I am storing it as a string. 1 is stored in it in data, in first node. Data becomes 1. Then I have defined head as ptr. Head will point to the first node of the list. Then ptr.next. Ptr.next means the node having 1. The value of next, it again we initialize another node. Okay, this instantiation again happens. So instantiation again happens. Then we define QWERTY. This is another variable. This becomes data. So now ptr. Now the node looks 1 in the first place. I will write 1 over here. Then it will point to QWER. And it will point to QWERTY. 1, then QWERTY. Then no and none. Yeah, this is the current situation. Then again we ptr is equal to ptr dot next. Then we move over here to QWERTY. We move the ptr to QWERTY. Then we instantiate another variable ptr dot next 2. So now it becomes 2 and then again none. Okay. Then again Java, then again Python similarly, and in the last we do nothing, so it will store Java and then Python. Then none. Yeah, this is the linked list which we have created. Okay, this is the linked list which we have created. Now we iterate. Okay, we point the ptr to head value, uh, initialize again, not initialize, give the value of ptr equal to head, where the head pointer points the first address of the linked list. Then we iterate over the ptr up till it is not equal to none, and print the value one by one. ptr dot data, what we do, we can do over here and go to, yeah, this way we can do. This will end with a this arrow sign. After printing the data, it will print the arrow sign, and the last it will print nothing. Okay. So this is how it runs. When the value of ptr becomes next, ptr becomes none, it will stop, and we'll keep on incrementing the ptr by ptr next. Okay. Now let's run this code. Yeah. This is the output. I've given a 142 Java, Python, and then none. There is nothing, so it is none. So this is what you want. This is the linked list of some data. Now we can also do like we can also define some numbers and some strings. Okay. Now we done it. Still it will play. That also we can do. So data we can put anything. In place of data we can put anything. But the major concept is of using this next statement. Major concept is using this one, this variable. This next equal to none. This is the most important thing for designing a linked list. That's it, guys. I hope you understand the basics of linked list. I've given you a basic idea of what is linked list, what are the different types of linked list, gave you some pictorial representation, and also given you a basic code of a node of linked list, and also created a linear linked list and traversed it. I hope you understand. In case of any doubt, you can ping me in the comments. I'll really love to reply. Thank you, guys.